Support homegrown. That's the motto of today's co-host, a man who needs little introduction. Chef Kelvin Chong joins us live here on the show. Chef, always good to catch up with you. Really appreciate it. You've created a movement, no less. You and a number of like-minded individuals, hashtag support homegrown, started out as a couple of like-minded individuals putting together a WhatsApp group, as you do, and now look what you've created. Take us back to why you started it up in the first place.
It was something that we wanted to give back to one of our dearest friends, Boca Omar. He's a legend in the industry, legend in Dubai. And we wanted to give him a very special night. So I wanted to contact all the chefs, restaurateurs, everyone who just truly had love for him and what he's accomplished for us. And it was just a surprise. I sat down with him for a quick catch up, and I secretly just messaged 10 minutes later, and we just rushed the restaurant, filled the room of just people who just love him. And my key rule was that we were there to support. We were there for him and his restaurant to give the team just that boost and love and spirit. Nothing was hosted, nothing was comped. We were there to spend and just really, really take care of him and his team. And there was just this moment where you looked across the room, and after weeks of this harsh, cold reality that we've all been going through, it was a bit of warm fuzziness, you know, something that we all needed. And that's when it clicked, and I was just like, this is something that is going to be so important, not only for my industry, but for our community, for Dubai, that we had to keep this going.
I think we were just discussing this at the top of the show that, you know, nobody can grow in isolation. So I want to ask you a little bit more about the campaign Support Homegrown, because I'm sure that from the outside it may look just like a campaign, but for you it must be very, very personal. And besides, of course, the community spirit and the warmth that you said a little bit earlier, what has the general experience been?
Before coming to Dubai, I went through probably one of the toughest times in my life where I lost everything. And when I got the offer of coming here, I knew immediately that this was the place that I wanted to be. I knew that Dubai presented the best of opportunities, not only for business, but for work, for life, for my family, for everything together. And everything that June's has been blessed with till date is only because of the community, because of the support, because of people in the industry, other restaurant owners, other chefs, who have truly been our champion, our ambassadors, who are shouting to tell people, there's a new kid on the block, please go check it out, you know, and try it. And for me, it was an opportunity that we could give back to everyone who's been there for us.
Do you ever feel that it is a bit of a competitive environment though? Because obviously you guys are supporting here. And sorry, I know you're trying to say the opposite, but I do feel like specifically in dining in Dubai, it is so competitive sometimes. But you're all coming together. What changed? What was that? Was there a big shift, a specific moment where you noticed the entire community, not just a few of your friends, a few of your colleagues?
Every industry is competitive, but ours, especially in Dubai, which is, I would say, top of the world in the F&B scene. There's always been that push for a competitive, who's better, who's this. But if we stick together, the beautiful part of Dubai is that there's room for everyone, and we only get better because of each other. And that's when we could see that by doing things like this, we can remind each other why we love cooking, why we love doing this, why we love the hospitality industry in the first place. And it's just the perfect thing to keep us going.
Oh, I love it.
Competition equals community, or competitions become community to a certain degree. Because I want to ask you about sort of what's happening out there on the dining scene. You mentioned you put this group together, you're going to go and visit a number of different homegrown, so show your support and your love there. From what you're seeing and from, given your expertise in the business, what's changed when it comes to dining trends at the moment?
So because of the fear and the anxiety some people deal with, the stresses, our industry is kind of one of the key things that people go towards in times of stress. You stress eat because it's nostalgia, it brings you comfort. What you're seeing is people's bandwidths are a little bit shorter. They don't want to sit for an extended period of time. But also going back to the community is that the client, the market, they feel that, they know that. If you're there fighting, if you're there pushing for your team, for your restaurant, for your business, and giving back something that's value, something that's still the high quality, of course, that Dubai offers, that's when the community will come and show up for you as well.
Okay.
I mean, I certainly, as a consumer, I have felt a slight shift when I've been dining at places. I was at Reef the other day and I'm like, where's your smoked charcoal avocados? They said, we've had to change our menu slightly. Because sometimes you drive to certain places to eat specific dishes and it's no longer there on the menu, but I'm trying to be kinder to the F&B industry as much as I want to, eat some of my top favorites. I wanted to ask you this idea idea about restaurants becoming anchors during these uncertain times. Do you feel like it's a bit of your responsibility as well as a chef?
Yeah, we have to give that space where we can, even for a brief moment, give that mental, emotional break where you get that normalcy, you get that experience, you get that warmth. And that's something that we do at our restaurant at June's. Like, it's not just, you're not just a guest, right? You're part of our family. We come in, we come in and we especially take the extra step for hospitality and we take care of you.
Okay, we're talking about uncertainty, so forget the customer, forget the diner. What about your own team? And I mean, we were talking about this during the break. The hardest thing is not knowing what's coming tomorrow, what uncertainty or challenges we're going to be facing. When it comes to whether emotionally or financially or whatever it is, what are some of the behind the scenes issues that you've been dealing with and how have you been tackling them?
Well, I keep explaining to them, I give them my family as a great example. My wife, Andrea, she works full-time as well. I work full-time, obviously, in the restaurant. But the school from home, like the homeschooling, how do you deal with that? And I'm trying to show them, like, if you can come together as a team, there's always a way to figure it out. And I remind them that we're here to support. Whatever you need, we're here to take care of you. We've been very blessed to have zero redundancies. We have zero unpaid vacation because we're here to take care of the team first because we're all in this together. I need them, they need me, we need everyone in order to survive this. And I know we're a little thin because we're doing extra hours, we're doing everything we can under the sun just to make it happen. But I remind them, every ticket, every order, every delivery, every single plate of food that comes in, it's a blessing. We have to realize that people are coming to support us and we have to give it our best for each plate. And every time when they're tired and they see these tickets coming in, when they see the orders coming in, that gives them more energy to kind of push through and they really come together for this.
Tough times for a lot of organisations, tough times for the industry as a whole. Great to see the community coming together. Looking ahead and when things do come back, will there be learnings taken from the tough times the industry's gone through at the moment? Will the industry look different when it comes back?
It's going to be completely changed. I'm one of the biggest ambassadors for Dubai and UAE. I still firmly believe that we will be and still are one of the best cities and one of the best places to live. We will have to adapt, we will have to evolve because it's going to take that time for people to regain that kind of belief and confidence to come out on a daily basis. I think the adjustment for giving people things of value, things that they can appreciate, things that are not overly complicated. These are little things that we're going to have to slowly bring back and just keep shouting across the world. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're here to cook for you.
We can shout.
Yeah.
We can shout.
Is there a risk that once things stabilize, it's going to be business as usual and the community spirit might take a bit of a backseat and it's back to just seeing the other restaurant as a competitor?
I don't think so. I think our industry in particular kind of embodies that UAE spirit. We're here to celebrate each other and to champion each other. I think we're just going to get stronger from this and it's going to be even bigger and better.
All right, well, for the smaller homegrown brands that we were discussing at the top of the show who may not have as much visibility as someone who's as popular as you, Chef, what kind of advice do you have?
Reach out, give me a shout, give anyone a shout, talk to everyone, talk to your friends, talk to your customers, talk to everyone. We're all here for you.
Yeah.
It's not about who has the biggest Instagram following or the biggest marketing people. It's not about any of that. We're all here to stay and do not feel embarrassed. Do not be worried about keep your ego in check. We're here to help. If you need help, just feel free to shoot a message, to come call, come for a coffee. I'm happy to come meet you. We're all here to help.